We are taught that organizations reward competence. Standard logic suggests that working the hardest and proving you are the smartest person in the room will result in advancement. But hierarchies are composed of human beings, driven by vanity and the fear of losing status. Robert Greene's first law of power states, "Always make those above you feel comfortably superior." In your desire to please and impress them, do not go too far in displaying your talents, or you might accomplish the opposite, inspire fear and insecurity. A master requires the emotional comfort of believing their status is intellectually earned and naturally deserved. When you puncture that comfort, your boss will not admit they feel threatened. Instead, they will find a convenient, entirely unrelated excuse to fire you and replace you with someone less intimidating. In any hierarchy, competence is a liability if it threatens the ego of the person who controls your promotion. In 1661, Nicolas Fouquet was the finance minister of France. Following the death of the prime minister, Fouquet set out to prove his devotion and administrative talent to a young King Louis XIV, hoping to secure the vacancy. He threw a lavish party at his newly completed chateau, Vaux-le-Vicomte. He served rare foods from the Orient, commissioned a new play by Molière, and walked the king through massive gardens, ending in a fireworks display. Fouquet's logic was simple. He demonstrates refined taste, vast social connections, and loyalty to the crown. The intended output is a promotion. Louis saw a finance minister flaunting wealth, charming the nobility, and eclipsing the king's own presence. The next day, Louis had Fouquet arrested. He spent the last 20 years of his life in solitary confinement. This is the meritocracy trap. Proving you are the most capable person in the room can trigger your own destruction if it inadvertently eclipses the person above you. The Renaissance scientific community operated on a system of patronage. Rulers funded intellectuals, and in return, those intellectuals provided reflected prestige. For Galileo Galilei, this meant a life of insecurity, trading small inventions to various lords for gifts. In 1610, Galileo discovered the moons of Jupiter. Instead of dividing this discovery among several patrons, he used the astronomical data as political leverage. He focused exclusively on the powerful Medici family, turning his discovery into a cosmic event. He announced that the 4 moons orbited Jupiter, just as the 4 Medici brothers revolved around their father. Cosimo II immediately made Galileo his official court philosopher. You can fall into the trap simply by existing. Astore Manfredi, a young Italian prince in 1500, was naturally handsome and universally charming. That effortless grace made the vain Cesare Borgia feel physically inferior. Borgia had the young prince executed. Pause the video and consider this scenario. You are heading into a high-stakes meeting. You are naturally more creative and sociable than your insecure boss. What is your specific strategy for surviving the hour? You cannot rely on good intentions. You must actively mute your own positive traits. Act slightly naive. Ask for their expertise on a harmless mistake. Attribute your best ideas to your superior in front of the room. There is exactly one scenario where you abandon this rule and intentionally outshine the master. You must assess their stability. If they are secure in their power, you hide your strengths. But if your superior is a falling star, weak and actively losing their power base, you show no mercy. Hasten their downfall by outsmarting them at key moments. To master this dynamic, observe 4 mechanical steps. 1. Assess the ego. 2. Disguise the threat. 3. Transfer the credit. 4. Wait for the pivot. Power requires rigorous discipline. You must override your instinctual desire for immediate recognition, replacing it with the calculated management of the egos above you.